Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm being bullied right now. Don't you guys know that? To hit the like button. I was just playing. Welcome back to Committee Views. We're about to talk about this doggone reunion. Come on, Lee, with the profile pic and the pink. What's up, Kid My Cheese TV? Lee has been champion for this live since, since earlier today, so I think she has a lot to say. Lee, can we get a recap, please, of the reunion?
Let me go ahead and put this disclaimer out. I am on my third glass of wine. And this reunion was a waste of 41 minutes and 38 seconds because it was a whole bunch of nothing.
Okay.
Listen, I was expecting they could have at least gave us a little bit more drama in this in this first part one. What did I say last week? This don't need to be part two parts because they just filled us with 40 minutes of nothing.
Okay, so is that your recap, ma'am?
That's my recap. That's
Oh,
Yes.
it.
good.
Because listen, first I can talk about the fashions. I did not like how Christina and Brandon, they was not matching. I don't know where he thought that navy blue um three piece suit button up was not, that didn't match her silver dress. All the other two couples was matching. He was not. I had more interest in the fashion than I did with what they were saying in this episode.
Well, first of all, Bradley looked like he was coming from prom from 1985. Like I just,
I didn't. I was. It was not giving what it was supposed to give. Anthony and Latoya, they was matching
Mhm,
with the black
they
on black,
were.
and listen, I seen she was giving very much so young Miami City girls. I did like that. Okay, Anthony trying to flex with the red bottoms. They Russell and Kobe
Kobe.
was matching with was matching with the orange, and then there was silver and blue, like looking like some Christmas decorations sitting on the opposite side of the stage.
Oh my God,
I
no.
got a question.
Go ahead.
I didn't like that. Like he could have put on like I went on Google and found a navy and silver jacket that he could have put on to at least some kind of look like some kind of team formality. Nothing. You put on a navy blue tux two-piece whatever, and she put on a silver dress. Like y'all did not get dressed in the same room, and
They
think
probably
about y'all did not think, hey honey, what are you wearing? Okay, so I'm thinking about wearing this. Do you have something that matches this? That is a conversation that is held, that is had in my household. Hey, we going to this event. What are you wearing? Okay, do you have something to match this? You do? Okay, then I'm gonna match this. Okay, good. That conversation was not had. For y'all to be married for 11 years with the other two couples, they were matching. Y'all was just,
It was just a lot going on with the whole. Hold on, first, what was your question before I say that? What was your question?
well, I was wondering since he had his red bottoms on, if that's
Hmm?
why he was perched on that couch with his
yes,
legs
he
out and
was.
crossed. Because I was
Yes,
like, why is he
he,
like the
He was,
elevator
wait, hold on. He was what? He was
cooler?
perched on. You say he was what? I didn't. You say he was perched on what?
Perched on the couch with his legs stretched and
yeah,
crossed at the
Oh
so
bottom.
wow.
people could see that he had on red bottoms. Yes, yeah, yeah. And hold on now. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna say this. Not everybody can
Oh
afford some
dear.
red bottoms. Okay, I
Mhm.
can
Mhm.
understand why he was out there flexing. Because
Yes,
when I
they can.
put on,
Yes, they can. I'm sure they got Afterpay, Klarna, and everything else like
oh,
every.
so Christian Louboutin don't accept that.
Oh well, he can
You either
afford
got it or you
that.
don't.
You could get it. I know some people in my tax bracket that got some.
I'm about to say people be getting it's street places you
Now,
can trust.
hey, well,
Let's keep
listen.
it real.
I have only
No, I
purchased.
have not got them that way. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
I've only purchased mine, from an authorized retailer, if not the store. But
Hallelujah.
when I put them on, because I don't put them on too often, everybody gonna see that I got on some red bottom. Now the motherfuckers hurt, at least
Well,
for the one on the woman side.
I'm gonna say this: the show might as well be Christina and Brandon's
Mm,
because
Simple.
that's literally what the reunion was focused on, and I really felt like watching it. And I just kind of sat back yesterday and watched it, and I felt like looking at Christina, it just looked like Christina was over it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm just gonna give this little rant to say, if I was in Christina's position, I think I'd been over it too. Maybe it's why they were matching. They just like, I don't even give a crap. I'm just gonna show up to this thing because it's just like when you look at Russell and because it's like they always in sync. You can wear red. We're gonna wear. They're so in sync. We're sorority sisters. We're family, and they're just on the outs. It literally matched the theme of the season.
Well,
They
wait
were
a
in sync
minute.
the whole season. No, hold on. Let me say this. They were in sync the whole season, and Christina and Brandy were on the outs. And I feel like that. In the beginning, I did not. I didn't get it in the beginning. It was more so after the third episode. Every episode was something to do with them two, whether
Well,
it was
if
their
you
drama or
causing
whatever.
well, if you causing all of this drama, you would be on the outs too.
Okay, first of all, the drama that they had in the beginning was between the two of them as a marriage. They ain't got nothing to do with neither one of them couples. I understand it may interrupt in a moment. I get that part, that drama part. That's a separate part of where every time something happens, it's got to be their fault. Now, Latoya, and Colby can maybe say some of that. She can probably say some of that. But Latoya, I felt like she, even on the reunion, nothing she said changed my mind. She interjected herself into things that had nothing to do with her. I wish you would have not done it. If you didn't have a storyline, that was a tragic way to get one, ma'am. And so for your husband, I ain't gotta tag you on IG. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you on live right here, sir. You were messy, and every time she did something, you was in the shadow of your wife. You were, and you always tried to interject like you did last night. Every time she said something, that's not how she feels. Are you her? Please tell me. I said it.
Mm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to get that out. Yeah, I got my nerve that reunion.
I thought we were still talking about the fact, but okay, we can just jump right
This reunion got
into it.
too. I was wondering why everybody wanted to go live because I'm like, they didn't talk
There
about
was
nothing new.
no, there was nothing to, there was nothing, and um, Carlos, that he is messy. He messy.
He
Very
is
much so.
messy.
He's
Like them
messy.
people just sat up on his TV and lied. They lied, and then Brandon didn't even have his wife back because the whole season
Mm-hmm.
Christina was talking about it had to be something Brandon observed. I've never said anything to him, and then sitting on the couch next to the wife, he like, my observation ain't that good. Christina told me. I'm like, y'all can't even get
Period.
y'all eyes straight.
I thought I looked at it. I was like, damn. Even after the whole season, you still don't have your wife's back, bro.
Nope.
I did not like that part. And then I'm sitting here saying, you know, she fighting for her life against the two of them. She is, and you sitting here next to her like, well, you know, I got Kobe Cat because of what my wife said. It wasn't really me. I'm like, bro, can you even stand in that? If it's even a lie, stand in there for her for a moment.
Right,
She
because y'all
already
lied about
struggling. Come
everything
on,
else.
man.
Y'all lied about everything else. He could have lied about that, talking about, oh, I just was texting. If you want me to believe you was just texting that female and it caused all that drama in your marriage,
Okay,
all
hold
right,
on.
I'll
Wait a
let you
minute.
know.
Wait a minute. Hold on. There
Oh
is.
yeah, welcome Erica. Yeah, hold on. Hello, Erica. She just came to the panel. Hey, Erica. Go ahead,
Hey,
Hey,
lady.
hey.
Erica.
Hey,
Okay,
Everybody.
so there is. Well, cheating is cheating, and it's gonna hurt the same. It just I feel well. No, I'm not gonna say that I feel that way, but emotional cheating is a different level of hurt.
It is.
And he was emotionally cheating, and he said no, I wasn't, and I said, and I when he said no, I said yes, talking to the TV. Yes, you definitely emotionally cheated on your wife. You did, because you felt that it was okay to talk to some random bitch that don't know nothing about your wife. You decided to vent to her.
you really think that's all that happened?
I can't listen, I can't confirm or deny if he slept with that woman or not. But the text messages that we seen very briefly, unless you paused it and did a little, you know, did a little
Hmm.
snippet and kind of read what was on the Apple computer. Yes, he one thing that we can confirm is that he emotionally cheated. He did that. Whether he want to say that he did it or not, I felt like he emotionally cheated. If he slept with that girl, then we can't confirm that he did that.
I'm right there, Lee. I do not think that it. I think that the emotional of it was saying to another woman, "I don't like you." Let's start there. Hold on, Erica. I want you to kind of weigh in. We kind of just really just got started talking about the reunion. You can kind of, if you want, what we just talked about this topic here. Do you want to jump in and say anything?
Um, like I'm in between. Like honestly, I think he probably slept with the girl.
Mm.
But that being said, there's no proof. It wasn't me. All of that, so we
Not
can't
Shaggy.
prove it.
Wow.
Or yeah, I was thinking more of Eddie Murphy from Raw, but we'll go with Shaggy. But
Mhm.
yeah, so okay, so what we can confirm and what he has admitted is because he got caught with these text messages. So I think apparently nothing in the text or the emails or whatever, he was probably still be able to sell to her like, well, I didn't sleep with her. I just sent these messages. So okay, if we go with that, I
Mhm.
think what Carlos failed to ask was he asked Christina, what did he text that you didn't like? But he didn't ask Christina if she felt like he had emotionally cheated on her. Because they, to me, this reunion, they seem to kind of, I guess, because everybody's coming at them, that's bringing them together, right? Which is
Mhm.
great. I'm not saying they shouldn't be together, whatever. But at the end of the day, like for him to say, no, I didn't emotionally cheat, it's like, dude, come on, take some accountability for something. And for her to kind of, she didn't really call him on that either. And it's like, girl, you read the messages. So you know he emotionally cheated on you because he was sending her all these private things. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to hear her answer to the cheating thing because it's like he's not even admitting it to you either. Not, forget all of us. He's not saying he mostly cheated on you, girl. Like, what you think? So that's kind of where I wanted her to really be like, come on, we can't check him, but she could check him. Like, come on, dude,
Mhm.
you did.
But did
So
y'all see the other two couples on the couch while
Eyes go crack.
they
Look,
were
look to the
side
side.
eyeing them so hard, like, okay, we gonna let y'all lie. So that man cheated. I don't care what nobody say. Everything, within their actions, it sounds like they cheated, and it sounds like to me, for Christina to save face, it's easier for her to say it was just text message and not he was out here bending people over because he couldn't even
Oh
say that
no.
with a straight face. He
So,
they
well, yeah, that's a true statement. But here is my thing. I I'm not the one to be. I'm not gonna be a glorified side chick. So I'm gonna blow your shit up. You. First of all,
Right, Lee. Right.
I,
Right.
I'm
I get what you're saying.
no, I'm about to, Lil Kim. I'm about to blow up your spot. Like this is not, this is not it. So I don't feel that. I personally just don't feel that he slept with
Mhm.
the girl. Emotionally cheating, yes, because we are all women, and we didn't all been in a we have all been in a predicament, whether we knew it or not at the time, been sleep have been in motion with a man that we didn't know that was dealing with another woman, and we found out later on. And how did we feel and how do we react, whether it's now, 15 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, we was ready to blow up whatever he had going on. Because why would you put yourself in this predicament, or why would you put me in this predicament? And I
Mm.
feel like if he slept with that girl at the rehearsal for the Star Factory or whatever, when she was going hard on her, you need to do this, you need to do that. When Christina was going hard on that girl, because that's the same girl, when she was going hard. Listen, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about because I done fucked your nigga already. So
Oh no.
that blow up the spot. That's how I would have handled the situation. You're not going to tell me you ain't been in none of these studio sessions, none of these rehearsals before today, 2 3 days before this show is supposed to happen, and you in here trying to direct me on what I need to do. Get the fuck out of here, man. I done already slept with your nigga. Bye.
Ooh.
I thought we was talking about 11 years ago. Is
No,
this
Yeah.
no, this ain't 11. This didn't happen 11 years ago. This happened recently.
Wait,
You could
wait. I thought
tell
this happened a long time ago.
you could tell how that it happened recently, because when she was when they were at the wine thing, or the first one when they were outside, and she was saying, you didn't went inside the new, you could hear the hurt in her voice when she was saying everything, and he got up and walked away from the little picnic thing that they was at. You could hear the hurt in her voice when she was saying that, and he just got up and walked away.
I'm highly confused because I thought he emotionally cheated in the past, and that's why she was upset. She didn't know about the new girl.
I
Yes.
gathered that he cheated. Well, he emotionally cheated with the girl that he was that he already had this encounter with, who is signed now.
Oh,
Okay. What?
If I'm
No.
wrong, then I can say that I'm wrong. But
I think he had an emotional affair years ago, and I think she was triggered when she found out that he had an artist, a young lady who's an artist. He kept it from her because it gave the illusion that it could have been a repeat of what they experienced the first time in their marriage
okay,
or
so that
whatever.
I didn't gather that, but okay, that could definitely be the case too. But still, I'm blowing up the spot.
Right. Eric, what you gotta say about this mama? Oh, go
Okay,
ahead.
what I have to say about that, Lee, is I get it, but that's also like new school side chick stuff. Because
mm,
back in the day, side chicks kind of knew what their place was, so it wasn't a thing to like blow people up on Instagram like that.
Oh
So
no,
depending on how many years it was,
Not the
I don't.
new
No,
girl
no,
side
no, no,
chick.
no.
I mean,
I don't.
I'm just
No, 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 no,
saying,
no.
if it
You
that
was a
cannot sit
decade
here.
ago,
Hold on, wait.
You can't sit here and say the
Oh
old
my
school side
god,
chicks,
that
the
is
old school side
hilarious.
chicks knew they
I'm
place when we got Hello Barbara. This is Shirley.
I'm not
no,
saying that, and I'm saying no one ever
That's
busted
true,
people
Lee. You
out, but
got it
I
on that
am
one.
saying I'm not saying nobody ever busted people out, but I am
Mhm.
definitely saying it
There's a
wasn't like
difference.
it is now.
Yeah, because I know
yeah.
Hello. I know
Right.
that she got on that little. I can't even remember the actual name of the phone, but y'all know them old school phones where you had to like press you had to press the number and then do the little
A rotary
um
phone.
there it is, the rotary phone. I was
Oh,
gonna say I was gonna say Rolodex phone, but I knew that that wasn't the word.
Thank
Yeah, I
goodness.
mean, people have always gone crazy, but it was definitely different. Like people
Oh
had
my god.
whole second
Hello Barbara,
families,
this is Shirley.
and
Yeah.
the person didn't tell. People had whole families with other people across
mhm.
town back in
They
the day.
did.
No,
They
Like,
I'm
did.
telling. I'm
so
telling. I'm
my
telling.
point though is that if this happened a while ago, he could have been with someone who was like, okay, I'm not going to tell it, and is going to go along with your lie, because back in the
Hmm.
day that was not so uncommon. That's
It
all I'm
was
saying.
not.
Especially
To
Now,
the,
I'm not saying that.
in the music
Yeah,
industry, and you think you gonna get something from this man. You not about to blow up his spot, and you think he about to put you on.
yeah,
Listen,
because
ain't no
I do know
hey, y'all
people
listen.
remember
who,
Ray? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna set this down real quick. Y'all remember Ray? Even
Hmm.
though that was a true story how Ray lived his life and how the women knew Ray was married, was having children, women get
And they
pregnant,
was
and they was living their life like, baby, you coming on my side for Christmas. All that stuff was a true story by him. And back then, women was cool. Like, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. They was chill like that. Like Kim Chi said, well, I know he forgive me the refrigerator, the kids forget Christmas, rent's paid. She's not gonna say anything. And most times she's not even working. And this was a common thing. A
ain't
whole
no
family on the other
coochie getting
side.
laid if these bills ain't getting paid. And let you do
Baby, I'm
some
telling you. Same house
and
code.
okay, let you what you said you was gonna do. Your shit getting blown the fuck up.
yeah, I mean, back in the
Pew.
day though, it'd be like, okay, yeah, we're just friends, because yeah, he bought me that microwave, so I'm good. Like,
No,
people
no,
were
Look,
Not
people,
no.
women were different. I'm just
back in the day,
telling
I'm not
baby,
sucking
like,
for
you.
no
listen.
microwave.
No, because
You're not
okay,
about to
okay,
make me a
Lee, I'm gonna
glorified
put your
side
okay.
chick
Wait,
for a
wait, wait.
microwave.
Hold on. Lee, I'm gonna tell you something. Back in them days, if a woman is allegedly a side chick, 50, 60, 70s, whatever, the thing about a microwave is this: if she has a household, he make a replica of the household that you have. She's not my wife, she's my side chick, but she's gonna have all the amenities that my wife has. New microwave, new refrigerator, the kids we had gonna have everything. She ain't gotta work, she ain't gotta work. So back in the day, a microwave was a big deal. Best microwave wasn't even common for a long time. So if you had a microwave in your house, you were doing something. I'm older, so I'm just telling you what it is.
Yeah,
So
she was sleeping
those
with
those
Mr.
sneeze up
Earl from the
microwave
church. I'm
appliances.
not listen. That ain't gonna be. It ain't me. Okay, I can't. It ain't gonna be me. Get
Erica,
somebody
you're
else
so
to do
old too, Erica.
Barbara stayed in her place. Shirley contacted her.
it.
Thank you.
Nuh-uh, it was
Thank
Shirley.
you.
She said, "Hello, Barbara. This is
Oh
what?
my
What you say?
God.
Yeah, hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Listen, I'm Shirley. You need to come get Earl. He drunk on my couch and send the sweet potato pie recipe when you and bring it with you when you get here to come get him.
But
All I can
Lee,
say
sometimes
is,
it was like that. Sometimes it was like that too, Lee. Shoot,
okay,
they
now I
knew each
will
other.
say this though. Exactly. I will say this though. Perhaps if they get a season 2, if he really
Mhm.
did cheat, someone will surface. You know what I'm saying? I will give you that, Lee. Like we ain't in that time and age. If they stay on TV and he gets popular, it's gonna come out. So that much I do believe.
I agree with
Whoever
you.
this person is, if the show gets more popular, that person will be revealed. So
Well,
I don't doubt that for sure.
they
I,
said
I'm yeah.
the show is in the trash.
It is
Oh,
definitely what did my
damn.
hot girl coach say? Garbage.
They
Mm.
0.03,
My hot girl
demographic,
coach said garbage. That's what it is.
which equals 150,000 views, and half of them
Wow.
is from people on YouTube watching it just to make their
Oh,
YouTube review. So ain't no.
ooh, get my taste. Oh my God.
I thought that I was gonna be sassy today. I thought I was gonna be
That's
sassy.
a fact.
Come on, Auntie
Damn.
Kiss. Come on.
Damn.
They don't cancel it. I mean, come on, you
Oh my
guys.
God.
I
That took me
listen at
out.
this.
Get my teeth. That took me out.
What
Sorry.
and I'm gonna say this, and I know that
Jesus.
the Love and Mirrors Detroit, I know that they watch the show, whether it is secretly or or they are in the comments or they hit Kamisha up or whatever. I felt like Carlos put this together, one, because it was his hometown, so he felt like he had to do it. And two, this was a time filler in order for them to finish editing Love and Marriage DC to put that back in rotation. I felt like this was a time filler. It was
Okay,
a
Watching it.
I will say this. This is certainly
Wow.
just as good as
no, it's
I
not.
hate. It's
Don't
just as
don't even
just
fix
as
your mouth to
good as
lie.
the game
You are
show. It's just as good as the game show. The
Game
dating
show.
game show. It's just as
Oh my
good
What
God.
show?
not
as
RTL.
it's just as good as the Janelle show. Whatever you want to
The
call it,
Janelle
it's
show.
just
Oh,
as good.
Oh,
And if he can
Oh,
keep
we are raggedy. So we're
if
getting
they
raggedy
have
today.
if they
Okay.
have that, they
We
can
real
keep this
raggedy
on.
today.
God.
They can keep
Okay.
it on.
Hey,
Okay.
Lush
wait a minute, bro.
watch.
I mean, we watching this girl on Instagram at 50 years old coming up on people. And if we can watch that, we can watch this. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not
All
watching.
No,
right.
listen, let me tell you.
Oh my God. I'm
So
so done with y'all.
I think that I'm not even gonna say I think. I know that I have a different feel for Love and Marriage DC because I watched it in real time. And I mean, what I mean by real time is I watched it being filmed in real time. I was there when it was happening. So Love and Marriage DC I have a different view on Love and Marriage DC because I've interacted with the cast and been around the cast a lot more than Love and Marriage DC. So it's a little bit more like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. I know where they at. Oh, I remember this. Oh, it was cold as hell outside. I can remember when these things were happening. Love and Marriage DC, I felt like Carlos King said, I'm about to go to my hometown. I'm about to find
Detroit.
two Detroit. His hometown is Detroit because he said it multiple times
Multiple times.
at the beginning of the very first episode, 2 seconds in. I need to go to I'm here in my hometown. And then he said it last night on the reunion. He felt like he needed to go to his hometown and gather. I am pretty sure, I'm not even pretty sure, I am 100% sure that there are 2, 3, 4, 5 more better couples, more affluential Detroit couples that could have been on this show than the three that he picked. I
But
am
on
willing to
his
bet.
streets.
Why you say that?
But you have to find people willing to
Willing
put
to be
it in.
so these people were willing to be on the show. I know for a fact that there are at least 5 more affluential Detroit couples that could have been on this show that either turned it down or just simply didn't want to be on this show, that could have been on this show that made it better.
Well, yeah,
I,
I mean, but you have to keep in mind too that like you have to have, like if you really got money, you don't need this show and you don't need this exposure, period. Like you just don't, unless you're like Candy or somebody, you're trying to promote something. Like if you have something that really needs promoting, then you be on here and expose yourself and, get your marriage blown up. But if you don't, if you have real money, then you could just make your money. You don't need to do this to your
Because
life.
if I go through each couple, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go through each couple. If I was an up and coming artist, oh my goodness, I seen Brandon on Love and Marriage Detroit, and I'm an up and coming young lady artist, and I see that he has an insecure, what some people would say on the YouTube streets, that Christina was insecure, an insecure wife. I'm about to. Ain't no lining up outside of the Star Factory to get a record deal. Because who the fuck have you signed?
And we ain't hear no music.
Because out of your
we saw more music than you see on like Love and we saw more music than you.
I saw him.
Yeah. Like, because a lot of times when I watch, like, I haven't watched it in a while, so I will say that, but when I would watch Love and Hip Hop, they wouldn't really show the artist performing, and then in the segues they'd be playing other people's music. I was like, can't we just hear the music of the people on the show? That would be nice. So
that's just how
she was pretty good. I was actually surprised because I was like, oh God, this is going to be embarrassing.
But
I thought it was okay.
She ain't coming up on nobody's Spotify. She ain't coming up on nobody's Pandora. Hell, she ain't. I don't even know if she's actually on Apple Music, because I was getting ready to say iTunes, but she ain't even. I don't even know if she's on Apple Music. So what?
Okay, Lee, but she's new. She did not embarrass herself on national TV.
Then she ain't even.
She gets
on
3 points for that.
She ain't on SoundCloud. Listen, I just
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. She wasn't winded. And she could sing and move a little bit. She wasn't really dancing.
Okay,
but she moved from side to side, and which was good, so we could still hear her sing. She was okay.
What star is coming out of the Star Factory? You bear.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, so
because I'm stuck on it.
I know we on the Star thing, but I do want to get into Kobe and Russell. I know that they're support actors in this situation, but Kobe and hold on, yeah, Kobe and Russell, okay, and Dr. LaToya and Anthony. So to me, Dr. LaToya and Anthony, I feel like had no storyline in this show. I'm sorry. Now I understand she brought the whole thing up, but I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't care at this point. I know she talks about her son.
Okay, now their storyline, in case you missed it, their storyline is that Anthony is our new present day alive Tommy. We still don't know what he does. We have no idea. He's climbing in windows. We don't know what he's doing.
That's not true.
And we're not going to find out to the end of the series. That's how
he posted. He after I lied and we said I'll be saying, the next day he posted all kind of accolades on Instagram. I was hollering.
Oh my God! Why you didn't screenshot and put it in the group chat?
I did say it to y'all. I did. The next day he posted all kind of stuff that he's done.
I told y'all that they be listening. Listen. Carlos, can you come holler at me, because y'all's editing department. Y'all need help.
No, come holler at me because your casting department needs help. Look, you went out.
Damn.
That's understandable. But then you went out.
I had to get it. I wasn't ready.
Haven't you seen? Like Marceau over there in Huntsville, so I would bring his little apprentice over here to Detroit. Like,
my chest hurt.
Your apprentice what? Too much.
Why are you guys hating on the fact that Marceau gave a primary? Sorry, is this? Wait, hold on.
Wait, come on, Chief. You say he's an apprentice? Is that what you said?
Marceau, little apprentice.
God. I can't.
This is too much.
Shade is everything. Shade is everything.
You said it was gonna be shady.
I mean, he's so influential and he's so big in Detroit.
What do you say?
He's marching up the street with 20 men and half of them.
No. That was now wait to hold the fuck up. That's too many people. It was more like 5.
Well, I didn't watch. I saw the clip, but I know half.
Jesus, but not the clip.
March up the street too. But you want me to believe you had $150,000 to give your wife, but what Oprah put on the bio is that your wife is the breadwinner. Okay.
Sure did. Sure
Dun,
did.
dun,
I
dun.
said at the beginning. Remember, I said at the beginning of the season. I said if you look up anything about Anthony, I don't care what you look up. It says that he's the like stay home dad. That's the narrative. Get mad at
Well, I'm
Oprah.
just
Get
gonna
mad at
say he
everybody.
But
married
here's
that
my
And
thing.
when they
trying to
asked what he
find his
did, he said, "I got something
I'm
with
being
Disney
dramatic.
and Marvel in
I'm putting a little
Atlanta,
stank on her.
and I could double my money." What was your first money? How were you doubling your money?
Oh
Give me
Lord
some,
Jesus.
tell me something. He's like, "Oh, I got
But
chance
hold
to
on.
double my money." What money?
But here. So okay. So let's talk about that real quick because when he said
I touched
he
a
had a
million
deal.
dollars.
Oh wait, hold on, because that was gonna be my next thing. Let me. This ain't my show. Hold on. Um,
Okay, yeah, wait. Before we
Disney
go
and
to that,
Marvel,
Lee, let's
but
talk about touching $1 million. What does that mean?
so
What does that mean, people? Does that mean you earned it? Does that mean you have it in assets? Does that
but
mean
that ain't
you
your net.
touched paper? Is
does
it
it
your
mean
wife's
you
money? Is it
know
your daddy's money? Like, answer
Oh
me.
Well, first of
Lord.
all,
we
we
all
already
roll up on
know.
Floyd and touch $1 million? We know he keep that in his book bag. That don't mean it's ours.
Wait,
Not the
wait a minute.
backpack. Y'all about to
Wait
take
a
me
minute. Did you
out.
hold? Wait, did you say Floyd? Okay, wait a minute. He don't keep it in the book bag. He keep it in a silver briefcase. Cause
Oh, it used to be on his book bag in his book
no,
bag.
no, 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 no. Shout out,
Y'all
shout out to
Jesus.
my, shout out to Floyd. But because I seen him one night. Side story. After he had won a fight, my homegirl was a dancer at a club because she's still dancing. So I ain't gonna say the club. She was a dancer at a club in Vegas, and he had just won his fight. It was Cinco de Mayo weekend. He walked in with 3 silver briefcases, each had $1 million in it. We was in the VIP room, and he threw all $3 million in one in that room. I seen him throw $3 million in one room.
I'm gonna cheese
Only
in
I
a
knew how.
backpack.
If only, Lord have mercy.
And let me
I'm
tell
gonna keep
you
my
something.
cheese in a backpack.
She said, listen, she said, girl, you better pick some of
And
this
it was a
money up off
cheap
the floor. And
backpack.
you know what I did? Pick
Pick
some of that
some
money
up.
and put
Girl,
it
but
in.
I ended
Listen,
up in
when
my
I shook
drawers and my
all of that
bra.
money out of my bra and underwear, when I got to my car, she said, well, how much money did you pick up off the floor? I said, girl, I can pay my rent.
I paid more than my rent.
Whew.
Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
Now I had a lot more than I
I
could
had an
pay
extra boost.
for my rent, but I've seen Floyd Mayweather with my own two eyes throw $3 million in a strip club in Las Vegas.
but that's
Baby.
just my point. Saying you touched $1 million don't mean that you
Well,
had it. Like
well,
I
at
can
that okay,
touch
well,
a
if that's the case,
circle.
then
That don't
you know
mean it's
what? If
deposit.
that's the case, then little
I agree.
Blazy
I
Blaze,
agree, Kimachi.
little Blazy Blaze, he touched $1 million too.
And
Who
more importantly, though, touching $1 million does not tell us what you do, Anthony. I still don't know.
Well, we don't know
Tommy,
what
you ain't
so
got no job, man.
so
See,
we don't we
you,
listen.
Tommy. Stop.
We don't know what Blaze does. We don't know what my dog does either. So
who is Blake?
Kamisha, you got it.
Yes, but Kimachi is taking me out tonight.
I don't know who
Kimachi's
Blake.
what? It's her dog. It's her dog, my baby.
Oh,
She talking about Blaze 24 hours a day. Her and Dina love their dog. You have to. Her
If
dog been part of lives and everything in the past, child. Dog been on camera.
Listen, if that's the case, little
Oh
Boosie,
Lord.
he touched $1 million too. We don't know what Blaze do all day. We just know that he is well taken care of, and he's probably touched $1 million in his little
Please
four
stop
years of
it.
life too. No, I am
Okay,
not
so
gonna stop
hold
it.
on, hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. So Kobe, Kobe and Christina relationship, I looked at it a little bit different towards the middle, towards the end.
No, I
And
didn't.
Christina, no. What I mean by it, I think that Christina is like myself to be so strong. You don't everybody see you get emotional. So I do think that what happened with her, and Christina, did hurt her feelings. I really hate that Toya got involved. None of her explanations did not go with why she was involved, why she said anything. She looked directly at Christina and was saying that you were missing. Kobe wasn't even there. None of the explanations that she said was like, no. I was talking to both of y'all. She even said that dry. Like it just seemed like a lie to me. She did.
So
Like I did not believe that. Girl, stop it. You had an issue. And then when she said, do you like her? Yeah, I don't have a problem with her. He said, do you like her? Yeah. She all right. Like, girl, bye. You don't like her. Stop it.
So
Stop that.
okay, so can I say
Shit.
this? This is
Mm-hmm.
my thing. So because Latoya and Kobe are sorority sisters, there's a different level of if I yeah, that's right. So, Kobe and Latoya are sorority sisters. There's a different level of sisterhood. So the sisterhood that was between Kobe and Christina, Kobe's feelings was a lot more hurt um than what Christina could understand. Christina or when Christine Kobe was left or when they left the skating rink and Christina was just sitting there just like smitten like with the smug look on her face. That was Latoya was judging her at that time, I felt, because she was like she didn't go after her, she didn't check up on her or whatever the case is, and that confirmed my thoughts because she was when Kobe was like, oh, I haven't talked to Christina since we stopped taping. That was months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they all aren't really friends.
Well, I feel that Kobe and Latoya, well, Kobe and Russell, Anthony and Latoya, they are more connected than the outsider couple, if you want to say that. But um
Outsider
sh-
couple.
the outsider couple, I ain't got no other way to describe them. Shit. Um, that's just how I feel about that.
They
I
were
just
Well,
they were they they,
what
were-
I
they
think
were on the outside. Go ahead.
Well, what I think though actually is I think that Brandon and Anthony had some sort of kind of connection. I think more or less they were frenemies for a long time. So I do feel that they knew each other for a long time. I don't know if they really ever really liked each other. I think Christina
Here we go.
and Kobe used to be some kind of pretty tight friends, but you know how when you
Big Kobe.
introduce your two different friends and they become tighter than they are with you. I think that's what happened there. So she introduced Latoya to Kobe, and because they were sorority sisters, and I guess she didn't realize Latoya probably never liked her. So when she introduced her to Kobe, Latoya was like, "Oh, I like her better than you," and they kind of
I
grew
agree.
tighter.
I agree.
And yeah, and I think that honestly, I think. I think Latoya. I agree with you, Kamisha. She was lying. Like I was like, I agree with everything she said, but she didn't want to appear a certain way, so she tried to kind of
Right.
bring it down a little bit. It's like, no, you don't like her, stand on it. You said what you said. Bring that Nene fire. Um, because she doesn't like her. She was judging her, and I thought from the whole
Very much
time that she
so.
was calling her fake, and she was fake. So just call her fake. She was being fake. You know, she let the girl walk off because she didn't really care that much, or she didn't, or maybe she did. Maybe she thought Kobe was being overly dramatic for the cameras, which
Look, no,
could be true.
bad.
Well, I would say this though. One of the things that that he kept jumping in whenever she would say something. That's how I knew it was a lie. Well, she didn't say anything bad about. She didn't feel that way about you. You know, you her that again, and I didn't feel like he should have interjected in that conversation. I'm sorry, I didn't
I
understand.
totally
She's
agree.
speaking
I
for
feel like,
herself.
dude, yeah, just worry about you and your job situation. You don't need to say nothing about nothing. Just worry about what you and Brandon got going on because he acts so much like a woman. You know what I mean? He acts like
Oh
he's
wow,
always he's a little messy, I think, anyway. So it's like,
more a
nah,
little.
you know.
Very messy.
Well, Brandon was very emotional last night, speaking to the panel. I'm sorry, speaking to whatever, because he was so upset because he it looks like it bothers him the way they probably are pushed to the side, and we don't know about the behind the scenes, the group chats that people are being excluded from. Just so many things probably happening, and Brandon's probably like, "Damn, I wish we can go back to where we were." And even Russell was like, I could tell he was a little, he didn't cry, but he was like, he felt it. Like I felt it too. How did
What?
y'all feel about that when
Did I
Brandon
miss
cried?
that part of the reunion? Brandon was
I
crying.
He was. He said.
Okay, kiss my cheeks. I understand, girl. I fell asleep 3 times and I had to go
Okay,
back. Like,
yeah.
I
I'm gonna
swear
tell
to
you. I'm
God,
gonna
I'm
tell
not
y'all.
lying. It was boring. It was dry. But I did catch the cry maybe the third time.
Yes.
He was crying, and I agree with you, Kamisha. That was kind of the realist. I mean, maybe
Yes.
he's
Yes.
a better actor because I feel like he's not a good actor. So I feel like that
He's
was
not.
sort of genuine. So they must have had some sort of friendship with them as a couple because he never cried over Anthony like that. So they must have had some sort of real sort of friendship, sort of as couples or whatever. I think
I
they must have
call
had some sort of
S.
relationship.
Those two are full of drama, and they've been all over social media, even on your channel, Kamisha, talking about they're the center peach. They're holding the diamond. They're very Nene leaks. I brought everyone to Carlos. You wouldn't be on this show without me. And so now you expect people to continue to kiss your ass after you've been talking shit about them everywhere.
Well, that being said, though, Kiss My Cheeks,
I can't
they
say
were
nothing, y'all.
also sort of the only couple with a storyline that was remotely interesting. We've been talking about them the entire season. You know, they're like
Pretty
the
much.
Janelle of the series. So
Hmm.
they're
I
really
mean,
the only people we talking about. Like, I don't think, I mean, Latoya, I'm sorry that her kids are dealing with racism. Yeah. And
That's pretty much it.
then,
That's pretty
yeah,
much
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much
Racism.
it.
And then I'm still
her
not
crybaby ass husband.
exactly, I still don't know what he did in Atlanta, really.
Oh,
No
girl,
idea.
7 months. Hold on. Let's start there. That fool was gone for 7 months, and I'm gonna
In
say
the pandemic,
this. Wait a minute. During the pandemic, at the beginning, the worst part for everybody who's
right?
emotional, and then you had a house. So my question is, and I don't care who don't like this, I mean that team on that side. Did you have a family on that side? 7 months? You left your family. I don't want to hear nothing about no adventure. No, I'm sorry, no business venture. You left your entire family for 7 months, and you get upset and say, your family wasn't there and didn't have my back, fuck that. You didn't have your family's back. You was gone for 7 whole months. You could have had a whole ass baby as long as you were gone. So I don't want to hear it. That shit had me hot. What do y'all think? Go ahead.
The cheating aside, leaving your wife who is working in a hospital
Come on
at
now.
the peak of a global pandemic where everything is shut down, you left your wife to go live out a dream. Were they even making Marvel movies? Wasn't everybody on the
Everything was shut
planet?
down. Everything was shut down. So I was so confused. Everything was shut down. We were
So
getting
I don't.
movies out digital. Freaking
Everybody
I
was
Amazon.
getting
know.
their
I
jobs.
know. Maybe he was trapped in Atlanta and he couldn't get a flight out
You could
because
get
I don't
gas.
understand
That drive is
Hold on.
how.
Hold on, Erica. Let Kim Chief finish this up, baby.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, Kim Chief.
but to me, that's the most trash part of it all. Like your wife is already in the top percentile of people who could catch COVID because she's in a hospital
Mm-hmm.
working COVID patients.
Scary.
She needs help with those children. A lot of those people who worked in hospitals and stuff, they couldn't even come home because they didn't want to pass
Mm.
the virus to their family. So, like, you would see people living in hotels or living in the basement, not really coming upstairs because they don't want to pass the virus. But you worried about your dream in the middle of a global pandemic, sir, you trash. You
Wow.
trash. You can't abandon your family and be like, support me. At the end of the day, you have to call a thing a thing. You abandoned your family for your dream. It don't matter that it was for your dream. You still abandoned your family and you was trash for
100%.
that. And yes, everybody was like, bring your ass home. And you was willing, you had enough ego to be like, F the marriage. If we gonna break up, we'll break up. I ain't coming back home. I would if I was Latoya, I would have told his ass to stay down there in the ATM. But I guarantee what she said, if you don't bring your ass home, I'm cutting that bank card up. And that's what brought his ass home.
100%. Because I will tell you right now, you spent 7 months probably living the life. Let's be clear. Being single, spending a credit card while she working
Mm-hmm.
in the hospital, running home, got kids at home. You living a single man life for 7 whole months. Probably spending money, acting like you're a baller. acting like you wanted to be the man $1 million, but didn't have $2 in his pocket using his wife's money. I said it. The fuck? Go ahead, Erica.
No, I was just going to bounce off of what Kiss My Cheeks was saying about during COVID. Not only was she a doctor and, you know, one of those workers that had to, the mandatory workers or whatever, but remember at the time, the kids had to be homeschooled because the schools were shut down. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, who's at
Mm-hmm.
home teaching the kids? Who's whatever? And then, yeah, like what movies were you making? So what did Marvel have you doing that you weren't doing remotely because wasn't nobody going into offices? So it doesn't like logically make sense that he was gone for that long. And then I don't know if it was the last episode, the finale or whatever, when he was like, "Ooh, I want to go to LA," and it's like, dude, okay, come on,
I
and
was
and
gonna
we still don't know
say,
what you're doing. Like, are you producing? Like, what are you doing? And if you bought a big enough check, then I guess it might, you came back with $1 million, maybe you would be saying something. And
oh,
oh, let me ask you guys this. I thought it was interesting that he then said, when he said he put up 150 and she said she put up 50, I felt like they were both lying.
I agree. Look, I got two things to say on what you just said, Erica. I was just thinking that because I ain't watched the last three episodes, y'all know. I was just thinking if you could leave your wife to go to the ATL in the middle of a pandemic, it's only a matter of time before you leave her again. So I can see him traveling off to LA or needing to go have his dream, whatever. But I thought they were both lying too because he said he put up 150 and she put up 50. You really spending $200,000 just to slap your name on somebody's wine bottle?
I mean, I'm not
Mm.
gonna say they didn't put up the price, the 200. I just think the math is wrong. I don't think that he put up 150 of what, where, whose money was it? Your I'm don't still don't know where your money comes from, and she put up 50K from being a doctor. So I don't, don't think. I think she was like, okay, I'm gonna go along with this so you can look a certain way. And
Hundred
that's the one
percent.
thing I do say about Brandon and Christina is that they don't really give a damn how crazy they look.
Right.
So they
They
are
don't.
very they're more open than the other people. Because I definitely feel like Kobe and Russell and Latoya and Anthony are somewhat they've decided on what image they want us to see, and that's what they're giving us. They're not really giving us like anything really that's going on with them, really. It's
But
like,
their
oh,
actions
I,
tell it
I want
all.
to buy a gym, but now he's not calling me back or whatever nonsense. So now I don't think I'm gonna do that's a red flag. Like, okay, thank you. The season's over. Good night.
Their
Like,
I
facial
mean,
expressions tell it all. Like on this reunion, as they were talking, because even as he said the 150, she cut her eye like, okay, yeah. I believe she put in $50,000 and that's all they put in. But she's allowing her husband to have this masculine, I'm taking care of her image. He's allowing she's allowing him to have that narrative because it makes him feel good to have that narrative. When at the end of the day, when you're married, especially it seems like in their marriage, everything is equal, like it's all in one pot. Who cares?
yeah. I mean, I
oh
don't
my
think it
god,
really, yeah, it's not a huge thing, really, who paid what. But I think that I agree with
it's
Kiss My
not.
Cheeks. It's all about him trying to, it's all about them both trying to kind of front, which is ironic when she's calling out people being fake.
Oh, Lee, I thought. Oh, I want to look at the
Oh,
iPad. I'm sorry, Lee. I was looking at the iPad. You must dropped out. I was about to say, where Lee at? So, guys, other than, is there a part two to this reunion? This is part
Yes,
two, right? Okay, so
unfortunately.
I want look. I want everybody to kind of, because we kind of pretty much talked about this 50 minutes in. We talked about the whole. It was boring. Part one usually is. So y'all give y'all closing words so we can end this. Because I really
Oh,
don't have much else to say. I'm sorry, it was boring. I just had to call out the red bottom boots fan, call out the messiness, call out he ain't got no job, Tommy, and I think Kobe was hurt. That's all I had to say about it, really. And Chris, I feel like Christina. I really feel like Christina's over it. That's pretty much my ending. Y'all go ahead.
well, she got to stay on the show because she ain't got as many followers as Kobe. That's it.
Girl, that was some shade right there, boy. She said me. I said, oh, okay.
It
Go
was
ahead.
just a fact.
No, I'm saying she meant it. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I felt like the whole narrative was giving that Kobe was like a junior, a mentee or whatever. And I kind of like how she said, "Well, it was get the narrative. That's not what it is, because we didn't know." So I do like that she said that part because it's a lot of information that was put out there, and that wasn't really her or Christina's fault. That was the show put together, Carlos. Anyway, y'all go ahead. What's your closing thoughts, Lee?
I hope that we don't take 50 minutes to talk about it next week.
Hmm.
Oh damn.
Well, my closing thought is,
Let me tell you something. Hold on, wait. Let me go back. Dina Jr. Let me tell you something, Miss Lady. There are many times this panel, I tell you one panel, this is my baby kids panel who can never get right, can never get together on time ever. Okay, go ahead and tell you whoever. I'm sorry. Go
Except for
ahead.
me.
Hmm.
And you know what? You need to
You had
tell the
bet
rest of
on
your
it.
you need to tell the rest of your baby kids because I am on the furthest time zone away from
You be
everybody
on it.
else. And I'll
You
be on
do. You
time.
do. Who was that? Keep my cheese. I don't know. Y'all go ahead and get your closing thoughts. Lord have mercy. This is
my
ghetto.
closing
Please, voice.
thoughts are simple.
It's the simple part
I'm
for
not
me.
gonna be here next week because I refuse to watch the last 3 episodes. So this was
Three
nice.
episodes.
3?
Watch the last 3 episodes, so I don't care about part 2 of the reunion because I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
So this was
Mhm.
nice. If y'all get another season, maybe y'all might get more than 150 views.
Oh.
But I won't
Oh,
be back next week because I'm not even about to I'm about to delete this whole thing off my DVR.
oh my God.
Oh,
What?
Oh my goodness. Oh
Damn.
my
the shade,
goodness.
the shade, the
Oh my
shade.
God. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Erica. Oh, Giselle.
You need to
I
put
don't know
that
how
back
you, I don't
on.
know how
I
you,
cannot. I'm not held
Okay, to
responsible for what
end
is said on my
this,
panel.
well, she
to
grown.
end this
Everybody,
on
everybody have
a
their opinions,
positive
so.
note, to end this on a
Not a
positive
positive,
note,
no.
because I know we have gone into you guys kind of hard, and it was tough because this episode was really, really boring. But I
Hmm.
will say shout out to Brandon for, and more
Yes.
importantly, shout out to his barber because I am so happy. I did a happy dance when I saw the curls. He had cut that crazy
Oh
man bun
yeah, I
off
forgot he
again. I
did.
was like, woo! I did do almost a dance in my
That is
mind,
cute.
but it was I was so you look so much better. I I maybe you'll get some
Look,
more artists
Brandon's a cutie
as well.
now. He's a cute.
Yeah, but I wasn't, I mean, I
Well,
wasn't totally hating the bun, but it looks great. It looks great. So shout out to you and your barber or your stylist or whoever you going to, because that you did that,
Okay.
and
All
hopefully
right,
next
y'all.
week will be better. So who knows?
it's the okay for
Well, we're
me.
gonna cover it next week. Let's keep my cheeks. Look, we're gonna cover it next week. Minus Kiss My Cheese TV. Unfortunately, she broke it down. That'll be a clip later. I'll put it out. I want everybody to know that Kim Cheese says she will not be here and she's deleting it from her DVR. I cannot. All right, y'all. With that being said, we're back next week talking about the shenanigans. I believe part two will probably be more spicier. Probably have a little
Oh
more
yeah.
on it. I do want to see what happened between Christina and why she was crying and Kobe. I do. With Miss Dr. Latoya. Okay, and the bottom, red bottoms. All right, y'all. That being said,
Miss
I'm about to get out of here. I love y'all. I love y'all down. I'll see y'all next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. All things and things. Bye.